Got some good news for you. God still heals. Hello, I'm Eddie Lawrence, and here's today's devotional thought. I love Acts 10:38, so full of good stuff, where Peter told the household of Cornelius, he said, how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth, who went about doing good and healing all those who were oppressed of the devil, for God was with him. And I want to focus on that part where he said he went about doing good, healing all those who were oppressed of the devil. He was a healer. And you know what? He still is. The book of Hebrews says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Don't let anyone talk you out of believing that he still heals, because he's still who he is. He is the Christ, the Son of the living God. A number of years ago, I'd taken a mission team down to Honduras, and we were in a place called Valle de Angles, that is Valley of the Angels, north of the capital city of Tegucigalpa. We had a powerful week. We were in a church in the Valley of the Angels, and one night during the service, when we were worshiping and just having an awesome time with the Lord, there was a lady who was walking down the street, and I was up ministering when she actually came in the building, but she had been walking up the street, and she heard the music, and then as we transitioned to preaching, she came into the building, and she was there with us. And when we began ministering to people, that woman came forward, and she looked a wreck. She looked a mess. We found out she was a prostitute. We found out that she had been diagnosed with cancer. She was in the last stages of cancer. She was emaciated. And I laid hands on her and began to pray for her, and just healing and speaking to those things that had bound her. Well, she doubled over, and this is just what happened. She began to empty her stomach, and there was blood, and there was others. It was kind of gross, to be honest with you. But it was obvious God had touched that woman's life. We saw a lot of things like that week. Well, we went back a year later, same church, and I'm ministering, and the pastor said, you see the woman sitting over there on the front row? And I looked at her, and she was just alive to the Lord, worshiping, smiling, joyful, radiant, healthy looking. I said, yeah. He said, do you realize who that is? And I said, well, no. And the pastor said, this is the woman who came in last year. You know, the one with cancer, the one that got delivered, and we prayed for healing from cancer. She went back to the doctor. She started feeling better, and she was cleared. No cancer in her body. And you know what? No demonic company in her body anymore either. God saved her that night. She gave her heart to Jesus. God delivered her, set her free from bondage. She was no longer a prostitute, and God healed her from her sickness. We saw this with our own eyes, saw the evidence of it, heard the testimony of it with our own eyes. God still heals. And if you need healing today, you look to Jesus Christ. He's your healer. Thank you for spending this time with me, liking, sharing, commenting on the post. I really appreciate you doing those things. But most of all, thank you for your prayers. Blessings.